Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you doing? Today I'm reacting to one of the things that, well, it's something that I really enjoy reacting to, even though sometimes I might get a little bit defensive. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try not to. Because usually the answer to this question, do Germans not like Americans, or does X not like Americans, or how do they feel about Americans? Half the time it's not very good, okay? But I enjoy it because it's fun. Kind of for that reason, it's kind of fun. So, let's see right here. Do Germans not like Americans? Hi, I'm just curious. I'm just a curious American asking a question, so please don't get offended. I do not want to incite hate. Okay. I've wanted to go to Germany for the longest time. However, it seems Germans don't like Americans. I was wondering if the idea of planning a visit is a bad one. Oh my God, I don't think it's that serious, dude. Like, yeah, absolutely, you can go to Germany. Would I be welcomed and treated normally despite my nationality? I mean, you might perceive, I'm answering for the Germans, I realize that. I'm going to get to the comments here in a second, but I'm just going to say, you might perceive that they treat you badly, but it's probably just because Germans act a little bit differently. They're not doing small talk. They're not, asking how your day was, even though they don't even know you. They're a little bit more straightforward. Anyway, but that's just because that's a cultural difference. It's not to do with you being American. I am even learning some German too. Oh. This only got 11 thumbs up, but it's got some comments, so let's see. Okay, this response is a doozy, but I'm going to get through it, okay? Let's get through it. Because it's the top response with 70 upvotes, more than the original post. I get where your assumption is coming from. Germans on Reddit, especially when writing in English, come across as standoffish and often make unwarranted assumptions about Americans, or even worse, people they believe to be Americans. That's actually kind of ironic because there's this phenomenon on the internet where Americans assume everyone else on the internet is American. So for Germans to be assuming everyone's American, I wouldn't expect that, but interesting. That's not representative of Germans or their opinion on Americans for several reasons. Okay, I'm listening. Reddit is still fairly niche here. Most people I know have no idea that it exists. So you don't get a very diverse group of German opinions here. That's interesting. It seems relatively popular. I mean, it's kind of anecdotal, I guess, but Germany in particular has some big subreddits, like Ich, IEL, me in real life, the German memes, There's a couple others that are quite popular. So, okay, I get it. I'm sure it's not nearly as popular as it is over here in America. Anyway, politeness is expressed differently in German than in English. So phrases that are perfectly acceptable in German come across as very rude in English. The Germans here are mostly ESL speakers, hence they are not aware of this. Okay. German culture is more, to be honest, I don't even know what that means, but that's just my stupid American self. German culture is more direct than American culture. What you see is what you get. People don't have a friendly public face. Small talk, people over here in America would call that a resting bitch face. Small talk with strangers is awkward and unwanted. There is very little sugarcoating. Indeed, I think that's part of the problem. Well, and of course, let's not pretend. Come on, let's not pretend that the rest of the world, a large portion of the rest of the world, thinks Americans are stupid and annoying. We all know that. Hell, half the people watching this right now are like, oh my God, dude, you're so annoying. Shut up, you stupid American. Too long didn't read. Just come and visit. Most people will not care if you're American or something else. Hey, what is an ESL speaker? I was wondering that myself. English as a second language. I knew that. Holy shit, I knew that. I really did. I knew that in the back of my brain. I have a bad memory. Wow, these responses are quite in depth, but okay. American here. They don't hate us. Just some of the stereotypical behaviors. Here's some tips that might help. Be quiet on public transport and at restaurants. Nothing will get You stares and a loud sigh faster than being loud. A loud sigh. I love the passive aggressiveness. So you guys are not only straightforward, but also passive aggressive with the loud sigh. Loud Americans. Speaking of restaurants, don't get offended if waitress. Okay, I already know that. Don't drive in the left lane unless you're passing. Stay right. I thought they meant like don't drive on the left side of the road. Like, yeah, don't do that. This isn't Britain. You're gonna die if you do that. But they're just talking about, okay, yeah, they're definitely gonna hate you. I understand that for sure. They're definitely gonna hate you. But the thing is, you might not even know they hate you. You might be just oblivious. If you're a stupid American hanging out in the left lane, you have cars flying around you, honking at you. You're like, what is their problem? How are you as an greeting here? Don't be offended when people tell you exactly how they're feeling. That would be funny. That would be more interesting if they even acknowledge it in the first place. Why would they not acknowledge it and seem pissed off as they do it? Wait, why would they be pissed off? See, that's the part where I'm starting to lose. Like, I have an understanding, but then I'm like, wait, what? Why would they be pissed off if I said, how are you doing? How dare you ask me? Same goes for excessive smiling. It can make you look simple. Oh, wow. Damn, okay. I'm trying not to smile. I'm gonna not excessively smile for the rest of this video. I'm gonna look like Bern de Brat. Don't get offended when they switch to English, despite you trying German. Trust me, it's sometimes just easier. Last but not least, Germany isn't a playground. But you guys do have some dope playgrounds. Like, amazing playgrounds. The German people aren't attractions at a theme park. Duh. People live and work here. Oh my god. The fact that we even need to be told this is pretty cringe. You are a guest in their house. Treat it as such. Okay. We don't hate Americans. Only obnoxious behavior. Why did that sound Japanese? God, I suck at accents. Read about cultural differences. Use your indoor voice. Don't pester us about Nazis and you'll be fine. Oh my god. Are there actually Americans going there and saying anything about Nazis? That would be so cringy. Who, like, that's just, can you imagine something more rude? Oh my god. Germans don't like Americans who say stuff like what you would find on r/shit Americans say. Oh my god, that's a subreddit. Well, I found out what I'm reacting to tomorrow on my other channel. Ryan Wazzer. Anyway, that sounds awesome. That's right up my alley. Oh god. Just like the rest of the world. Have a look. See if you find your own attitude mirrored in the posts. If not, you are good to go. I don't know why that's just like... I don't know why that's just funny. There's something funny about that. Like, you're good to go as long as you're not like, you know, the majority of Americans. You're good to go. Like, come on, you're good to go no matter what. No one can stop you, right? They just might be annoyed with you. Which, hey, you're stimulating their economy just by being there, renting the hotel, eating their food and stuff. Like, so, you know, it's a give and a take. Just try not to take too much, okay? Meaning, don't be too annoying. If you are outraged about the meanies making fun of valid opinions, please stay home. I don't think that made any sense, but that's just me personally. Outraged about the meanies making fun of valid opinions. The meanies making fun of valid opinions. Okay, anyway, I'm done trying to interpret that. I mean, I know what they're trying to say. They're trying to say if you have soft skin, stay home. I'm just saying, the meanies. Who are the meanies? The meanies would be the Germans, but if they're making fun of valid opinions, then that doesn't make, that's not a good thing. If they're valid. Where did you get the notion that Germans hate Americans? Germans don't hate Americans in general. Of course, there's always going to be a few bad apples that do, but overall, no. I actually kind of agree with that. Like, I think that the original post is kind of a weird assumption, like a weird basis. Like, am I allowed to go to Germany, guys? I'm American. I think that means you might be chronically on Reddit too much. You know what I mean? Sometimes that's an affliction people have. In the real world, yes, on Reddit, you'll see all sorts of content about how annoying Americans are. It's in good fun. You know what I mean? For the most part. I mean, some of it, to an extent, it's all in good fun. Most of it. But that's not like the real world. Reddit is not the real world. The internet in general is not the real world. Interestingly enough, people don't just because there's a bunch of stuff on Reddit talking about how annoying Americans are, that doesn't mean that like you actually can't go there or that you're not going to be welcomed. At least in my opinion, I hope so, Nah. We really dislike loud, obnoxious behavior, no matter the nationality, including loud, obnoxious Germans. Use your indoor voice, which in Germany means rather a hospital or graveyard voice. With a little tear. Your graveyard voice. Be polite and ask if people speak English before talking English. Yeah, I like that tip. That's an important thing to remember, or else you're just being obnoxious, and arrogant. You're being arrogant. If you just assume everybody speaks English, even though a lot of Germans do, hence why, these videos, you guys are able to watch them, like a lot of Germans are able to watch them. But still, going to a foreign country where the national language is not English and just assuming everybody knows English, I think that's cringe. American tourists over about 35 are sometimes so polite that it's irritating, which is kind of cute. They're so polite that it's irritating. But then it passes being irritating and becomes kind of cute. Got it. Got it. I guess that's fine. I guess that's okay. I know what they mean, actually. I know what they mean. That was a lot of fun. I thought that was really fun. I personally thought that was fun. Okay? Did I say anything obnoxious or, stupid? Maybe. You let me know, okay, guys? And I apologize. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. Thank you for watching.